Welcome to the first ever episode of the Cammna Cards Frog podcast. That's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? I'm your host, Anushka, and I am the marketing director for Cammna Cards. Today, I'm joined by Georgina Elaine Muriel, but we just call her Georgie.
Hello!
How are you, Georgie?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I had a couple questions to ask you about being in Cammna Cards and just generally how's it been. So can you tell our viewers, what is it like being in Cammna Cards?
It's great fun. We meet up every week and we have a complete party. It's so much fun.
And what's it like being HR? Because Georgie is the HR for Cammna Cards, so what things have you done? What's it been like?
I haven't done much for HR, which is good.
Yeah, it's a good sign.
But generally, we just do.
We just
do.
Yeah, we just we do the things that we need to do. So you've helped us with manufacturing our products and putting together our slides for all of our presentations. We've actually got the finals coming up, which is not in the Oracle, but it's somewhere near the Oracle, I think.
Yeah.
But that should be fun. What would you say your favourite thing about being in Cammna Cards and being HR in Cammna Cards has been? What's your favourite experience?
My favourite experience was probably when we went to the Oracle and did
The trade fair.
Because, do you know, it was just a great experience. I got to go around with you and speak to people, even though I didn't do much speaking.
It was a lot of fun. It was really daunting when we had to go up to random people and just be like, "Hi, would you be interested in our cards?" And they're like, "No. Go away." Yeah. What about, apart from that, what would you just say in general your favourite thing about Cammna Cards is?
I think that we've all come together and made something really, really unique, and I think that's something to be very proud of, and I think that's probably my favourite thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. I second that. Yeah, so would you like to talk a bit about what our products actually are?
Yes.
To the viewers who don't know.
So we've got two card games, one called Potluck, one called The Frog and the Fly, and The Frog and the Fly was...
We came up with it, yeah.
Yeah, well.
So, because our company, we like to try and make sure that everyone's on board with the same idea before we execute it. When we were trying to come up with the product, we had loads and loads of ideas, and there was loads and loads of voting, and it was really, really close between card games and I think it was a cable holder. Yeah. So we had to do a pitch with and kind of ideas for a card game in mind. So, Georgie and I, because we're a little bit silly, we came up with the idea of a frog named Susie. Yeah. And this idea came about out of two reasons. One, because you have a toy frog, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And so I'd done this whole thing where I tried to convince one of my friends that the frog was real, and then we started saying Susie.
Yeah.
And
we just kept saying Susie.
Became a thing.
Susie. And then when I was trying to think of some ways that we could make card games interesting, I was like, well, we have to have puns. I mean, everyone loves a good pun or a bad pun. And, you can make some pretty good puns about frogs. So, yeah, and it's just grown into this massive thing.
Yeah.
And it's been really great,
yeah.
I think. Now, speaking of the company, what would you say, what are your thoughts on our managing director, Jigya?
I love our managing director. She does such a good job. She's such a good leader.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She definitely born for it.
She has been really good. And she's been really good at keeping on top of everything and managing everyone when things get a little bit frantic.
Keeping everyone motivated. She's good
Yeah.
at that. She's really good at that.
Yeah. And now she's head girl as well. Yeah. I think she's going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm. So do I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And I think, unfortunately, we need to go now. But thank you so much for coming on. Before you leave, I think you have a fun frog fact for us.
Yes, I do. Frogs were actually the first land animal with vocal cords.
Really? Wow, that is interesting. That surprises me, because like there are a lot of land animals. If it was like the first water animal with vocal cords, I would be less surprised. But somehow,
because
I'm quite surprised.
They're both like water and land.
Yeah, they're an amphibian.
Yeah, that's the
word. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, Georgie.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you to our viewers. I hope you have a lovely day as well. And bye. Woo!